Welcome to Jam with Dr. Terry, where Jam stands for Jesus and Me. I'm Dr. Terry, children's pastor for Faithful Central Bible Church. Children, in this series called The Filter, See as God Sees, we've learned that we may see ourselves and other people a lot differently than the way God sees us and them. When we learn and grow in God, our old selves become new. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, that anyone who belongs to Jesus is a new person. The old is gone and everything is new. Let's review what we've learned about seeing as God sees. We learned that Gideon was not very brave, but God saw him as a brave leader who defeated the enemy. David was seen as just a shepherd, but God saw his heart and chose him as king. Joseph's brothers were jealous of him because he was his father's favorite. And Joseph shared his dream that he would one day rule over them. They planned evil for Joseph by throwing him in a pit and selling him into slavery. But God took Joseph from the pit to the palace, where God used him to save his family and the people. When we learn about Hagar, we learn that she felt unseen and left Abraham and Sarah's home, but God saw her as blessed, and he blessed her. Job was a great man who always did the right thing. Even when Satan tested Job's faithfulness to God and took everything he had and even attacked his body, Job still did not turn away from God, and God blessed him even more than before because of his faithfulness. Moses felt like he wasn't good enough to carry out God's plans, but God still used him to bless the Israelites. Joshua and Caleb were 2 of the 12 spies that went into the land that God promised to see who and what was there. 10 of the men were afraid, but Joshua and Caleb were the ones who trusted God's plan. Lastly, we learned that Saul was a man who persecuted Christians. He didn't like that they were telling people about Jesus. Well, Jesus turned Saul's life around and later named him Paul, and he became a Christian and told everyone he met about the goodness of Jesus. Children, with all that we've learned through the lives of the many examples God has shown us, hopefully you can now start to see yourselves the way that God sees you. No matter who you are, what you look like, or what you've done, God has a plan for you. God sees the leader in you. He sees your heart. God sees your future. He sees the promises he has for you. God sees your faithfulness to him. He sees your strength. He sees your victory. You win. And God sees that you are his child. You are a child of God. He loves you and he'll take care of you always and forever. So forget your old selves and be new in Jesus. Thank you so much, children, for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I'm Dr. Terry, and I'll see you next time.